Good day. This is Blakey Chayana. You are watching Blakey Speaks. This is part two of our series living with HIV, living positively with HIV. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. The name of the channel is Zola Chayana. Subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. To those who have been viewing the videos over the past week or the past few days, thank you so much. And thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed as far. Today, we're going to be talking about the period after a diagnosis. I will touch on issues around support, issues around getting more information or knowledge on HIV, but also I want us to focus on other challenges that I faced during that specific period. As I said in the previous video, I had pleasure or honor of meeting quite a number of people that had already been involved in the fight against HIV. So when I joined NAPWA as a volunteer, one of the things that I was assisting with was the development of branches around the country, where we were forming support groups and forming branches of NAPWA throughout. This is where I got to understand HIV better or understand HIV more and understand what it meant to live positively with the virus. I learned from people that were already in the field, people who were already doing immense work that I usually credit with the reforms that happened in the field of HIV activism. This is a period again where I got to attend workshops, a number of workshops and trainings on managing HIV, but also where I got to be developed personally in my journey with HIV. I will start with disclosure. Let me not start with disclosure. Let me start with acceptance. If we understand the cycle of HIV, once you get told that you're HIV positive, for other people there's denial, which then, if the person gets proper counseling, then it changes to acceptance. Once you have accepted, between denial and acceptance, others will have anger. Then there's acceptance. Then you continue, or there's positive living. So I will focus on acceptance, how it helped me to accept my status. As I said before, I never struggled with accepting my status because immediately I was told, I then disclosed to my family, and I got families. My family supported me so much, and even friends who were close to me at that time supported me. A number of people were also, even my family tried to educate themselves on HIV, which made it easier for us to work around this new diagnosis. It affected quite everybody in the family, myself, my mom, everyone. So everyone had to know, or had to have information. This is where NGOs like Ukamba Project came in. Abose Zanele Mhlabi came in to educate my family on HIV and how to support me. So because I had that support, it was easy for me to accept that I was now having this life-changing virus living inside me. And because I was getting educated on HIV by a number of people, attending workshops and attending support groups, where people living with HIV were sharing their own experiences. So I got to understand what it meant to live positively from people that were working in the field, but also from people that were already living with the virus. So it was easy for me to accept because I had this foundation that I was having. This is a challenge that many people face today when it comes to accepting their statuses, because they do not have a support base or a support group or a support formation that is going to say, I am here for you, whatever happens. So you find people, when they are diagnosed, they don't know who to talk to first, besides the counselors. And when they go home, they cannot speak to their family members about HIV because they fear that the family is going to reject them, and they fear that communities are going to discriminate against them. They will be labeled, they will be called names, they'll be told that they were promiscuous or they deserved it, and every other label or phase that or phrase that is said when someone says I'm HIV positive. So basically, um, if we're talking of acceptance, we have to touch on support, and we have to emphasize family support as the basis and foundation for one to accept their status. Now, family support starts with the immediate family. But because we are people that have bigger families, you will find that you might tell your parents, you might tell your husband, your wife, your children that you're HIV positive, and they accept you. But you start getting discriminated by extended members of your family. Not even people that are far away, like your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, are the ones who might discriminate against you. So if there is no support in the family, it becomes hard for a person to be open and to live positively. Remember, openness again is an after effect of accepting that you're HIV positive. So, yes, there are people who have accepted that they're HIV positive, but their positivity or their living conditions, yes, they're taking care of themselves, but psychologically, you find that they're having challenges because sometimes they don't want to really go and speak to a counselor or a psychologist. They just want to have a conversation with people amongst or people that they are living with. Some of them, as much as they have accepted, but you find that when they go home, they find people who are still backward in terms of information around HIV, people who still say negative things concerning HIV positive people. So you find that this person is accepted, but they cannot disclose or they cannot talk about HIV openly at their homes, because if they do so, they have seen or heard how their families talk of people that are HIV positive. So I want us to understand that when we talk of family support, or when we saying if a member of your family is HIV positive, please show support, but also educate yourself on HIV. We want you to understand that without your support, you might be killing this person emotionally. So we go further and speak around the issue of um, now, after acceptance, we talk of disclosure for people that want to disclose. There's nothing wrong with not disclosing your status publicly. Other people do it to heal themselves, others do it to educate other people. There's nothing wrong with keeping the status to yourself. But at the same time, as I said, sometimes you need to talk to people beyond just your counselor or your psychologist. You need the comfort of knowing that your family and friends are supportive and they are there for you. So the importance of disclosure for other people is that it heals them, but it also gives them the support base that they need. Because if you disclose to people that are acceptive and accepting you, and the fact that you're HIV positive, these are the people who will remind you if you are on treatment, for instance, who will remind you to take treatment. These are the people who will be monitoring your health or assisting you to monitor your health, who will be able to say, but you don't seem that you don't seem too well. What is bothering you? These are the people who will also be there when you are feeling down and overwhelmed by the news that you're HIV positive. Look, we might say we have accepted, but there are days where you start having questions and doubts and anger. It's a never ending cycle. So these are the people who will be there for you to say you don't have to beat yourself up over this diagnosis or what you're living with. So disclosure sometimes is important because of that aspect. But you need to be ready to disclose. You do not disclose to anybody if you're not ready to disclose, because it can turn both ways. It can either be this person will support you and accept you, or this person will reject and discriminate against you. So before you disclose, you need to understand those two concepts. And as much as you will disclose to someone because you trust them and you're hoping that they will accept you, at the back of your mind, you need to understand that it might turn negative. The person might not be there, might not support you. So again, when we talk further, we speak of now living positively. Living positively is a state of mind first. You have to tune your mind to have you have to have a positive mindset. A positive mindset is the mindset that is saying, I am going to live for as long as my life tells me. The fact that I'm HIV positive does not say or does not mean that my life has been cut short. Um, a positive mindset is the mindset that says, I'm still going to plan for my future. I'm still going to plan for my children's future if you have children. A positive mindset is the mindset that says, I'm going to live my life fully. I'm not going to compromise on my happiness because I have HIV. A positive mindset is the mindset that tells you that um, abusing alcohol is wrong for you. Is the mindset that tells you quite a number to make a number of adjustments to your lifestyle because you want to prolong your life. Yes, a mindset needs to be positive, but also your body needs now to also link with that positive mindset. So this means you have to ensure that your diet, for example, is good. A good diet doesn't mean an expensive diet. A good diet means a balanced diet. You having enough vitamins and minerals that are going to help build your body, but also that are going to help your immune system to rebuild, that are going to help your immune system to protect your body. So positive living entails changing your lifestyle. Um, we usually suggest that when you are doing an adjustment to your lifestyle, you look at things that you used to do, like drinking. If you are a drinker, you are a smoker. Um, the general view is that you must stop doing those things. Other people have not stopped, but they have reduced drastically how their intake of alcohol. The reason why you are asked to stop is because your body has to be at its optimal drive to fight infections. Now, if you are smoking, you are already, remember, your lungs are already compromised because of this immune deficiency. Now, if you are smoking, you're already compromising your lungs. If you are drinking, again, you are compromising your liver, which has to assist your body to get rid of toxins. So basically, when we are saying you must stop, we are trying to ensure that the vital organs that are there in assisting your body to fight infections are not compromised. Um, Also, in terms of diet, you need to eat healthy. You need to eat things that will assist your body to rebuild its natural defense system. Um, and also, again, we also need to emphasize the issue of protected sex when you are when you are HIV positive. We spoke of reinfections and super infections and all that. But the truth of the matter is, you might contract STIs that might even weaken your immune system even further. So, by protecting yourself or by using protection during sex, you are protecting yourself, but also protecting the other person. Um, You also need to ensure that your stress levels are lower. So you need to find what triggers your stress, what makes you have stress. Um, so basically, when we're talking of positive living, we talk of an all-encompassing change to your life, that you have to make adjustments. It's broad, and this is why you're finding that I'm trying to bring quite a few aspects into it because it's quite broad, and each of the aspects that I'm talking about are a topic on their own. So, for me, positive living meant that I had to change the way I was doing things. It's so unfortunate that during that period as well, I I had my own challenges in life, which meant that I was not well mentally as well. I was not mad, but in terms of my emotions, I was not stable, and that led to bad life choices that I made, which I paid dearly for. Um, I used to abuse alcohol during that period. I even dabbled in drugs as well. But I will talk about the period of alcoholism and drug abuse on my next video. But I just want to say this is the period where I made bad decisions. I wanted so much to prove that my life is not going to stop. I wanted so much to prove that nothing's going to change to the detriment of my health. Remember, when I said when we're talking of positive living, we talk of lifestyle adjustments. I remember I used to drink a lot during that period. Um, I didn't really take care of myself as much as I should have. Yes, there were days when I would remember that, okay, I need to live positively. I need to stop doing one, two, three. But at the same time, I wanted to prove so much that nothing is going to change, that I overdid things to prove that my life is going to remain the same. This is a mistake that most people make, which I would like everybody or anybody who gets diagnosed with HIV not to repeat. You do not have to prove to anybody. You've got nothing to prove to anyone. You have your life to live for yourself. So please, whatever you do, when you are saying you have accepted that you are HIV positive, please make sure that you start doing adjustments to your lifestyle. You start doing adjustments to things that you used to do. You reduce or stop drinking. Ideally, you stop smoking completely. You ensure that you are having protected sex at all times. You reduce your stress levels and you try to eat healthy and have a good diet. So we are going to post again on Saturday. This is the end of our video for today. Again, I'm going to urge you to please subscribe to the channel and click on the alert so that you get alerted of new content that I post. And please share the video, share the channel with your friends, your family. They need to hear everything that we're talking about here. But at the same time, I would like to have you guys to subscribe to my channel. So, and we have engagements on the comments. Please, please, please ask questions so that I can answer on my next video. Ask questions on the comment section and I will respond. And on other comments, I will respond on the video. Thank you and have a blessed day. Goodbye.